Hey everyone, welcome back to another season and another war video. This is the first war of season 38 for Loki taking on the Legends. So you can see I have the newly whitelisted Spider-Man 2099, Anti-Venom, and Symbiote Supreme. So let's get right into it. So for this war, I am on the newly revamped Path 2 in both sections. So this first fight is Ebony Maw. This Ebony Maw, he places a placebo buff. Placebo buff is just one of these buffs that has no effect. And then it has Shatter, which means every time that they get I get nullified, it does a burst of damage. Great thing about Spider-Man 2099, he doesn't care about any of that. So you can see I'm just trying to hit Ebony Maw's block to build up those ruptures, get Maw over a bar of power, and then have the ruptures detonate. So you can see here I'm getting pretty close to the falter, so I'm trying to keep in mind where I am. I'm at 18 of the black tongue things, but I am able to finish them off before it's of any issue. So Spider-Man 2099, a very, very good Ebony Maw counter, and he's very good for this new path. So next fight here is a Rintrah. So you can see he's got combat deja vu. Placebo means that I get one of those placebo buffs if I do the same thing in a row. So with Rintrah, what you want to do is you want to keep him out of his corner, and you want to make sure that you're consistently knocking him down. So you can see I get him a little close to the corner, so now I'm backing up, trying to get back into the middle. I knocked him down. He didn't lose his mystical charge, though. I'm not entirely sure why. That time I just ran into the heavy because I just thought it was fun. But you can see, I'm just trying to, same thing, hit his block, keep the wither up. So far, so good. I'm just trying to, get some space there. You can heavy counter, and there I parried, and I guess I just didn't think I parried, so I was really late on the heavy, and then I was in my head, and I was late again for a second consecutive time. You can see I also let the wither drop off, which is not ideal, but I'm back up to a special 2, so I'm about to throw that, get it back. So with Rintrah, you want to keep an eye on his mystical charges. If he gets over 10, he gets to be unblockable special attack. So I want to make sure that I'm knocking him down. So I got him back down to 4, but now he's back in his corner, and I don't want him in any corner. I should have probably heavy countered there because I had the spacing right. But I'm also trying to use Combat Deja Vu to my advantage to get the placebos, because every time Spider-Man 2099 gets a buff, he pauses his debuff. So you can see I let the Wither drop off again, and then apparently I let go of block, so really strong showcase for me. But now at this point I've let him get up to 17 mystical charges, but I just go for the kill shot there, and I am able to get it before he gets to 20, which is his max. So certainly could have been a little bit cleaner, but Spider-Man 2099 very, very good for that node and that path in general. So here's section 2. Is, again, it's got the placebo buff, and every time I knock down Magneto, he'll get a Fury buff. So Spider-Man 2099 is if he needed a little bit more. He is a sick and tired defender, meaning that he's a good counter to the Conduit defenders. I, though, in this fight, just play like, you can see, just absolute garbage. I'm in my corner. I throw my special to try to get some spacing. I miss it. Thankfully, Magneto doesn't finish off his combo there. So here, normally, with Spider-Man 2099, I try to go with special 2s to keep the wither up. I do the special 1 to try to get some adrenaline healing back. So at this point, I am very much backed up here in terms of just behind on the health. I was down to around 5% or so, so certainly not the best fighting in the world, but Spider-Man 2099 can quickly rack up some damage. You can see I throw that special 2, and I am able to recover. So a little bit of a scare. Not good fighting at all. But Spider-Man 2099 barely able to hold on, and that was just enough. So this next fight is a Human Torch. Again, it's got the placebo, and it's personal space placebo, and then it also has EMP modification. I pop a combat regen for this one because I just got my face beat in against Magneto, so trying to have a little bit more of a safety net here. Human Torch, again, a Conduit defender, so I can knock him down. He's being a little aggressive, so I'm trying to kind of wait him out a little bit so that I can go hit his block, but again, he's You know, I'm not doing the best job of trying to stack up the ruptures. I mean, look, this is certainly not a great showcase of how to play Spider-Man 2099, and then I missed the timing of the special 1 evade for Human Torch there. So I mean, Spider-Man's doing pretty well despite my best efforts. I do get the special 1 evade there, but at this point I was trying to get up to the special 2, hit his block a little bit, get more of those ruptures. I do the intercept, throw the special 2, and that's going to be enough to finish off Human Torch. So 4 Spider-Man fights this war. Definitely could have gone better, but I did not die, which is always a good thing. Last fight for me, though, is this Sersi on the Hazard Shift Mini. I'm going to be using Symbiote Supreme. So you'll notice that Symbiote Supreme is not Incinerant immune, and he's not Poison immune. But basically, I pop a Power Start 1. I have a 200% Mystic boost on. What I'm trying to do here is I do want the Heavy, because then I want to hit her a whole bunch, get a whole bunch of those regens, and then that'll shoot me up to a special 3 with my Mystic Dispersion. So I do run Mystic Dispersion 5, so I get the special 3, throw the special 3, and then at this point, it's just a special spamming fest. So I get the first special 3, now you can see I'm at special 2, I backdraft, I missed the button, I backdraft again, I hit the button, and that gets me up to a special 3, I immediately throw that. You can see, you know, I've taken a little bit of damage from the debuffs, but Symbiote Supreme just absolutely melts through this fight. And then, you know, I throw this one last special 2, and he just absolutely nukes it. So Symbiote Supreme, no immunities, but really, really good for that fight. So that'll do it for me. 5 fights on this war. I tried my best to die with Spider-Man, but he refused, so I did not die. That does get my streak to 18. I finished last season on a 13 streak, so starting off with a 5 streak here. In terms of the war itself, we were able to start the season off strong and pick up the win. So hopefully we can continue that and follow up on our Masters finish with another strong finish. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.